2000 today. We're at 1957, so we'll need 7 more wins than losses on average, depending on our opponent on our average opponent rating. Let's see. Okay, we get black. We'll play e4, e5. Okay, f4. It's a king's gambit. We'll play a Falkreath counter gambit. Okay, let's take on f4. Knight f3, and let's go. I think bishop d6 is a move. No, that's bishop d6 is a move after knight c3. Also queen h4. However, not here. Let's go bishop to g4. We can take and swing over, right? Take knight c3, swinging the queen. Seems reasonable. Knight b5 is the threat. We would play knight a6. Knight d4. Okay. Let's play bishop to b4. They can take, but we'll damage their structure. I don't know. I probably should have brought my knights out first. However, bishop b4 doesn't seem like a bad move. Let's take. I'll probably go knight d7, and we will give up c7 completely. Okay, 97. Kind of wish I had a dark square bishop right now. I don't think trading the dark square bishop was worth the damage structure. I can give up the bishop. Yeah, I think I'll just castle. Give up the bishop completely. Wait, no. They have the bishop defending. Okay. Yeah, so that was not a good sacrifice. I'll get 1 pawn for the piece, and they can play like 95. Okay, they don't call our bluff. Let's sack the bishop. If they take, we'll go here. If they don't take, say 95. Probably just queen f5, knight f7. We can take. Nah. Okay, 95. Let us go queen f5. They can move the bishop with a discovery on the queen, in which case we'll play queen g5. We have a viewer challenge. We'll accept it after this game. Okay, they take. We shall take. We would also have taken on e5. Okay, I don't want to trade. I think I have to trade. I'll go queen h4. I'm very decidedly not trading. Wait, this pinned. Oops. Okay. We can play g5, which is funny. But I think just bishop g5, queen g5, and queen f6 would be good enough. H5. Oh wait. What? Oh, the rook on b1. Cool. Okay, we will play against Cheetah. Cheetah? Not sure how you pronounce that. Good luck. d4, knight f6. Okay, let's play e6. We found something against the London system. But they could be playing the Queen's Gambit. Send a message in the spectator room. Let's go a6. I want to get a greatly deferred Banco. Okay, that kind of plays into my plans. d5 takes. Okay, maybe not. I think b5 would have been better. Okay, queen a5. And now c5 is kind of a liability. Queen b6. Queen a5. We could just go b5 straight away. I think the Banco idea is to put the bishop on g7. Although bishop g5 is annoying after knight e4. They're investing tempo to stop our b5 push. In the meantime, we are bringing the pieces out, threatening e4. Okay, they defend. We'll play d6. And okay, I often struggle in these types of positions without a super concrete plan that I'm familiar with. Okay, f4 looks to be good for white. That also looks pretty good for white. Let's start with rook e8. Okay. 95 is an idea. Okay, F3. Let's play rook takes. I don't want to weaken this pawn too much. Although if they take, then bishop f4, and we lose d6. So maybe 95 was a bit premature. Or I just have to play d5 and suffer the consequences of d6. Yeah, I think I will take this way. Okay. Bishop d7 removes the escape square for the knight. Let's play knight h5. We cover f4. We can play bishop d7. Okay. Oh wait, we don't cover f4. Oops. Okay, knight d7. Yeah, the rook defends f4. I forgot about that. Although d4 looks like a good square for the bishop. Okay, let's take. And bishop d4. I'm having second thoughts. Let's go to f6 instead. Queen f3. Holds on to e4. Bishop g4 impossible. Queen e7. Excuse me. e5. Takes. Queen e5. Okay. I'm not fully convinced by this idea. Check. Knight back. Knight g4. Oh wait, no, not knight g4. f7 would hang. So, bishop g4. The knight's pinned. It can't defend. So maybe queen g3, threatening rook f6. Okay. And h5. Hold on to the bishop. I can go h4. Queen h4. Rook e3. Rook d1. Queen f4. G3. Queen e5. It looks like I'm safe. Okay, h4. Queen f2. Oh wait, they can take with the knight. They can. Okay, so queen f2. They attack my bishop. Oh wait, no. The queen on f2 wouldn't see the bishop. Okay. Let's take. Takes. And bishop covers the d1 square here. I forgot that was possible. Okay, let's take. Missed that. I noticed it earlier, but I missed it just now. Now I'm down a pawn. Okay, let's take. And go rook d8. I can take. Yeah, I think taking c3 allows me to get back to cover f7. And I'm fine with this endgame. I think I have winning chances here. Queen d7. Queen g7. Otherwise, rook d8. Okay, they take. I'll go here. They'll take. I'll go here. Then that doesn't work because they have the fork. Okay. Rook d8. So takes and queen g5. Oh. Hold on. Rook d6. Check. King e7. Rook e1. King d7. Queen d7. Otherwise, rook d6. Check. Here. Check. Here. Check. So king e6. Check. Here. Oops. Check. Here, and then they win the rook. So I can't take on d6. Let's go f6. They're threatening queen e7. Okay, king f7. Let's run. So probably queen a7 to pick up c5. Darn it. I blundered. Was trying to flag him. But there's 10-second increment. Just queen f3. I lose. Or queening also works. Just queen e8 now, or queen g8, or force trade queens. I think it was Hirash who said that the queen is the board is too small for two queens the same color. Okay, king g5. Check here. Okay, they're gonna make another queen. See if I can stalemate. If Tarash is right and the board is too small for two queens the same color, it's definitely too small for three. This is funny. But this is just mate. Cool. Good game. Let's play a rapid game, a 10-minute game actually. I do not like playing with excessive increment. Okay, a6. Knight f6. Knight c6. d5. What do we think? d5, d4. Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry, I can't see the chat on my screen. Looks like it's not updated. Hold on, let me just read the chat. Hey, Juliet, Jude, how you doing? It's been a while. Welcome back. Okay, I think I'm going with d5. Takes. Takes. e4. Takes. Takes. And takes. Looks most reasonable. If they take, at least. Otherwise, okay, yeah, they're just taking. Okay, g3. Let's go knight c6. Let's take. Then play e5. What is up with my stream manager? Was that a different game entirely? Hold on. I think I'm watching videos on my screen here. Just previous streams. Sec? I don't know. Bishop e6. I don't think I'm precise enough to play off the damage pawns with the queens off. However, e4 is now more appealing because takes, and check. Okay, now them taking is not check. Alright, me taking and castling with check is not possible. And I've hung knight e5. Great. I'll have to take, and then I'll get center pawn forked. Cool. Also d4, it looks to be moderately strong if prepared properly. Bishop g5, queen d7, f6, g5 maybe. Okay, a4. a4 seems like a missed opportunity for white. I think I'll castle. I should probably defend this. I mean, it looks like it's defended, but they can tactically trade off my knight and then open their bishop. Cool. My opponent's a bit slow. Wish there was more action. They're definitely thinking through their moves. Probably considering 95 if they're good. That's curious. They are 300 points higher rated in Rapid than Blitz, and 550 points higher rated in Rapid than Bullet. Although, yeah, judging by the sample size, they probably just play Rapid more. I have water, I should remember to drink it. Okay, now I want to play e4. But it's probably a little dubious. Let's go f5. We get queen e8 now if we want it. e5 is still hanging. Okay, they don't play it. Let's push. They can take. They don't have to take. They can play d4. Actually, d4 takes, and takes. So d4 loses a piece. Let's go queen e8 and recapture the bishop with the queen. Oh wait, that's a mistake. D4 comes and they win a piece. Oops. Yep. Hold on. Rook e8. You should never stop looking for resources. The pawn's pinned to the queen. Queen c2. Bishop to e7, maintaining defensive d5. Hey, Kristen. How's it going? I missed you, yeah. It's been a while. I was sick for a good portion of last week, a few days, and then wasn't feeling well enough to stream. And just getting back into it now. This is my second stream back. Third stream back. I think I streamed on Saturday too. Also trying to get back in that zone. Trying to get to 2,000 today. Uh, let's take. And Queen D6. Knight A5. Attack the rook. Let's play. No, I want to play Knight C4, but I probably shouldn't. I'd go with B7. Although, since when I care about giving up pawns is beyond me. Let's go G5. There's like Queen H5, Queen F6. I just want to play I just want to play F4. G5 is ridiculously aggressive, but not as aggressive as H5. Okay, that makes sense. They want to attack me, but there's a king on this side, so I think my attack will be a little quicker. Let's go Queen G6. They take. Oops. They take. Dang it, I can't draw arrows. They take. I take. Bishop's pinned. H3. King F7. And Rook G8. Okay. They don't go for it, which makes sense. I think they would just lose a piece there. Let's take. And lift the rook. Okay. Lifting the rook. Gonna attack on these light squares and the H file. I want to go G4. Probably should have gone G4 first. Can I play G4? I can definitely play G4. Question is, should I play G4? G4 is in fact a legal move. D7. I think I'll play Queen H6, threaten mate. Or threaten a nice attack. Oh, they just gave me mate. Nice. What? The rook was on. Dang. Well, that was bad. Probably should have noticed that. My board vision's been a little sus recently. Streaming's going pretty well. How you doing, James? I blundered a full queen, so that was one queen sacrificed to the abyss. And now they're counterattacking me in the H file. Cue the Harry Potter scene. Okay, that's just unnecessary. go rook c8. They can take, I'll take. Or they can just do that, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. If I take, I lose 2 rooks. 1 and 2. Actually, there's 97, then they just take that way and promote. So let's not do that. Let's play rook d8, and we'll give him g5 as well. I had 6 minutes on the clock when I took on h2. Now they can take my rook if they want. Or they can play queen g6. Is there mate there? Should be. Okay, they missed it. But they're still winning, obviously. They have the queen, the rook, the bishop, and the pawn for a knight. And now I'm going to lose the knight as well. After I take the pawn, they should have just taken. They had queen easier. I am backseating my opponent while playing. Let's play new opponent. Okay, let's win this game. It's an Italian. I like the Italian. I've never lost to the Italian over the board. Other side, other color. 100% win rate. Play d6. Please play d6. Thank you. I'll take. And queen c6. I'm attacking the bishop. I'm attacking the pawn. And there are mate threats here if they make a mistake. Okay, let's take. Attacking the rook. Rook f1 leads to queen e4 and mate. Or losing the queen. And I'm winning here. Actually, am I winning here? Hold on. King d8. I think anything is fine. And yeah, I'm definitely winning here. Blocks and no, that's not mate. Cool. Win in 10 moves. Very cool line there with d6, queen d6, and knight f7, queen c6. This is one of the traps of the Ovestad. I don't know how to pronounce it. I just play it. Knight d4. Knight a5 is the Polario defense. I've definitely played this more often. Hold on. No, I've only had this position 115 times. Interesting. Yeah, so I play knight d4 most of the time, win 51%. If I go... Hold on, somebody followed? Oh, thank you so much for the gifted subs, Becky Pratt. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm, trying to do good today. Really appreciate the gifted subs. So, you can play the Polario defense here with knight a5. This is the main line. There's like bishop e5, c6, c6, dc6, bc6, bishop back to one of these 2 squares. But I don't really know that as well as Fred Liver player will. I used to know it. I used to know the main line, but I'd never play knight d5 when I was supposed to. Anyway, knight d4, And yeah, c3 gives an advantage to white. They can play d6, but their follow-up of knight f7 was bad because queen c6. And this is the only move. Queen c6, we attack the bishop, we attack the pawn. They can castle and lose the bishop, or they can play what they played in the game. And I take on g2. Their best move is rook f1, and then they give up the queen. They played bishop e7. These two moves are pretty much the same. And then they should have just given me the rook at this point, but they blundered the game. Cool. So, winning in 10 moves. Ovestead variation of the fried liver. Check it out, I guess. Hey, Stella Cutie. How do I understand this chess? Well, I've studied this. I've watched videos. I've looked at lines. There's this nice trap with d6, and it's similar to the Blackburn Shilling Gambit. Oh, I really appreciate the gifted sub. Thank you so much. It's similar to the Blackburn Shilling Gambit, which is also out of the Italian, with knight d4, similar to what we played in the game we just played. The trap is after knight e5, there's queen g5, and knight f7, queen g2, rook f1, queen e4, and it's a similar idea. If they block with the bishop, smothered mate, so they give it the queen. I had a similar position to this over the board, and my opponent started crying after I was about to win their queen. I think their knight was still on e5, and they played c3 instead of taking on f7. This was back in 2022. I was playing in the New Jersey Open. It was the last round, and I ended up winning money because I won that game. Yeah, if you watch videos on the openings and you understand the reasoning behind each of the moves, then you'll understand the openings as well. Hey Rexy, how's it going? Okay. We've covered the Blackburn Shilling Gambit and the Trap of the Ovestead. Similar idea of attacking the pawn on g2. Let's go for another 10-minute game. Okay, d4. And e4. Pawn papille. Okay, they play a center game. And I can do a few things here. I don't want to allow ed4 with knight c3. I don't want to allow de4 after knight f3. So I think I'll take on e5, which I believe is the best move. I could be wrong though. Now if they take, I take. Okay, I think I'll take this pawn. And now if they take, I have queen h5, which does not quite win the rook. Okay, let's go bishop d3. We will cover the g6 square after queen h5 we'll be winning a pawn. Or more. Could always be more. Some people like losing more rather than less. Check. Okay. I think I will push. And now I'm threatening queen f7. Okay, now I win in 8 moves. And that was fast. I'm doing pretty good. I don't know what these last 2 games were. My opponents just keep making mistakes. Let's see how this game went. we will request a computer analysis. And after e4, I'm worse. Other than that, it was a perfect game. 15 ACBL because of the drop here. And e5 is a blunder, actually. Okay. Yeah, d5 is best. I think we analyzed that right. Now they give me 2 pawns. Bishop d3 is setting a trap. It's not one of the best moves according to the engine, at least not right now. But if you play it, it'll start thinking that it's a bit stronger, and it would have been the third or fourth best move, according to the engine, if it had considered this move. So they play c6, queen h5. If g6, as I was saying, I can just take. They take, I win the rook. Queen g6 is also fine, although I think it's just repetition of moves, and it's not winning. King f8, and I played e6, which is among the best moves. Preferable for the engine is just developing the knight or trading off their only active piece, and their king is weak. I played e6. They did not acknowledge the threat. If they'd gone g6, I was considering bishop h6. Oh yeah, I can just take on g6. The pawn's pinned. But I was considering bishop h6, knight h6, and check. Yeah, bishop h6, knight h6, and check, and this is winning. So king e7 would have been played. And I didn't get this far in my head. I just figured I'd be winning here. I think bishop g7 wins the rook. Although I have something better. Oh yeah, the queen would be hanging. So queen h4 makes sense. Cool. Another fast game. Hey Rexy, I don't have Instagram. I just have Discord and YouTube and Twitch pretty much. Although maybe I should start another social media. Yeah, I try not to be on social media too much, aside from like Twitch. I'm probably on Twitch too much. Although that could be relative. I spend a decent amount of time streaming, and I support a few other channels. I've rated some of them in the past. Let's go bishop g5. This is the fun papio. And if we get another quick game, I'll be very impressed. 3 quick games in a row. Some people don't see their bishops hanging and play something like c6 or knight c6. Okay, bishop c2 is also a blunder. Let's see. Is it rook c1 first? I think it's just queen d7 and then rook c1 and then knight b5. Okay, rook c1. And knight b5. And this is completely winning for me. Bishop e4, there's knight b5, knight c7. So I think just taking, right? Taking and then rook c7, and this is completely crushing. And this is even more crushing, rook c8. I'll just take that. It's free. They can't take. Cool. Win in 14 moves. Let's analyze this one. I don't actually have an Instagram account. I was told I should create one for my cat. My cousin was talking to me about it. But, the cat did not want Instagram. No, I don't have Instagram. Oops. Did not mean to pin that. Hold on. How do I? Oh, okay. Yes, I see your message. Um, let's see. I could probably find another way to talk to you, Rexy. Um, yeah, let's go back to the game. D4. And here's one of the lines after bishop c2. Okay, rook c1 first is better. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was rook c1 first or queen b7 first. I think, yeah, just rook c1 and then bishop e4 is impossible. They just lose the piece. So bishop g6 and then queen b7. Not sure what the reason is, but I took on b7. They play knight e7, rook c1. The difference is there's rook b8, and I don't have as much fun. But I still have fun after bishop g6. And then, knight c7, rook c7. Knight d5 was a mistake. It allowed rook c8. And then knight c7 just dropped a piece. And they allowed checkmate. I believe f7 would have been better. Or f6 would have been better to hide the king on g8. But I still would have won the game. I would have just taken, then bishop c4 maybe. Cutting the king off. Hold on. If they had gone f6, check here, check here, check here, mate. Okay, cool. I think that was 4. Anyway, I won the game very quickly, and yeah, so let's go for another game. Okay, e4, e5. Since another quick game. C6. They can take, and I'll go here. Oops, I'll go here. C5. Okay, they take. I will take. Knight c6. Knight f6. Bishop e4 with the pin. Knight d7. Trade the knight off. They should not be trading those pieces. Yeah, there's no good reason for them to trade knights. Me taking is going to result in my knight getting booted and losing this pawn. So they don't actually have to take me, which is why I think knight d7 was a mistake. Okay. I think we're cooking. I will take and knight d5. I'm threatening queen h4. Okay, just queen h4 wins on the spot. King e2, knight f4. King f1, knight e3. King d2, queen f4. Come back so I can checkmate you, right? Hold on. What's the move? Is it 93? 93. Bishop f7, king d8. Okay, let's take. Bishop f5. Check. And attack the bishop. Takes in 93. Rook f1 and queen e5. No, queen e4. Let's go queen e4, attacking the bishop. Well, not really attacking the bishop. Oh, I just want a castle. If I can castle, I'll be fine. I'm probably winning. Hey, Bazzy. How you doing? Welcome, Fairy Tales. How's it going? Long time no see. It's been like 2 days. Let's castle. And if they take, we'll take. Let's check. And then we'll take over here. And then we'll be completely winning. The threat is, of course, rook d2, and I don't think they can stop it. They can take, and I'll take. And then they'll kind of stop it. Wait, no. They'll take, and I'll take with a knight. E2, and take over here. And then I think that's better. So, yeah, rook c2, queen c2, king 2e1, check, king to f2. Yeah, it's not going to cut it. Check. Attack the rook. Takes, 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 check. I don't know. I don't know what else you want from me here. I'm completely winning in 20 moves. Okay. Let's throw in an intermezzo. We'll take. And we will take here. And there is no way White saves this game. Especially not after this move. Check. Let's just take the rook. And queen e5. Check. Let's take. And take. And we'll backrank them. Check. 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 Double check. Check. And mate. Cool. Good game. So we completely dismantled the King's Gambit there. And that is 4 wins in a row. Okay, let's accept this challenge. You asked me to chess, I can't say no. At least not in person. Let's go to 6. I vividly recall the last time I played E6 94. Although I don't think I've played that before. Hold on. I might have. But I didn't play the London last time. I keep forgetting that this is not a London player that we're facing. Okay, let's go for a Queen's Gambit decline. There's not anything better. I think this is the Tarrasch. The Tarrasch, Queen's Gambit declined. Okay, they're playing G3. There'll be some pseudo-Catalan type stuff. Let's play Queen B6. Kind of keeping this bishop in place. Just allowing it from moving. We're also threatening to take on D4. It's pretty easy to miss some of these threats if you're not looking for them. Okay, Knight A4. Let's go. Hold on. That's a good move. I wasn't quite ready to win the piece with one of these moves. I think I'll go Queen A5 and Queen B5. And now Queen D3 takes. That looks good. The right side of position. Okay, Knight C5. We shall take. And free pawn. Rook C1. Queen D6. Okay. Hey Anthony Smith, how you doing? I wish I had aimbot. If I could figure out where to, if I could like put the pieces on the right squares, or at least the squares I'm trying to put them on. That would be very nice. Instead I misclick or I take too long to put the piece on the square. Let's go d4. It's a sacrifice. Takes and rook d8. I will begin malicious use of the d file against my opponent. I'll probably castle next. Also, a2 is hanging. I could take a2. Right now I'm starting to take the knight, so e3 is the most logical move. Okay, queen a4 makes sense, which is also a pin. So let's castle. And now they'll take. We'll go with the second pawn. Or I could play bishop to d7. I don't know. I think all these intermezzos are gonna kill me. They're gonna mess up my chessing. All my chess stuff I'm doing. Okay, now rook takes. Very precise. Opponent's doing a good job. Yeah, I should have castled opposite sides. And found a way to do that. Okay, rook d4. Attacking the queen. Queen c6. Queen c6. Rook d8. We can control the d file. We can play rook d2 if we want. Or rook d1. This arrow is more for showing that I have control of the... Don't have shift. Is it command? Okay. This is a Mac that I'm using. I haven't really used a Mac much before. Oops. I think I opened something I shouldn't have. Yeah, Clipchamp. Not sure what this is. I think it's for videos. Okay. Rook d2. I probably should have gone rook d1. Force rook c1 out of them. I'm down 2 pawns. I'm gonna be down 3 pawns. Essentially. Okay. It's kind of weird seeing that my opponent has 8 minutes. And it's been, they thought for a few minutes now. A few minutes total. I myself have close to 11 minutes, so. Okay, let's go rook b2. Rook d1, of course, is a blunder. Takes, and rook e1. Part of the reason why I'm going to b2. I also want to double the rooks on the second rank. Their move stopped my rook d1 idea, putting the rook on this square. Their bishop f3 move. But I still have plans. I can play rook d2 and cause some havoc over there, though a moderate amount of havoc because of the bishop. Or I can play rook d2 and take on a2, trade rooks. This pawn I should be able to win. Rook b1. Okay, my rook would be over here. Rook b1, bishop to d7, push. Not sure. I can consider bishop h3, trying to force bishop to g2. But I can also just, move the rook and threaten like that. Okay. Let's take attacking the bishop. We'll put the rook behind the pawn. Of course, they can give up the bishop, which they do. That might have been smart. Time will tell. Okay. Rook behind the pawn. The rook wants to be on a1. But I can't get there right now. Oh, it's a blunder. Bishop h3. Rook d3, threatening mate. And what does chat think about check? Oh wait, I should probably just go into d2. Okay. Yeah, this may have been a mistake. I'll take. Now, rook a8, king g7, a6, rook a2, rook a2, a7, rook b8, bishop g2. Okay, I'm just in time. I thought I was in time. Probably should have calculated before taking on h2. But I kind of rushed things. So a7 loses the pawn after bishop g2. So I'm definitely winning here. I just have the extra piece. but it's tricky. Okay, now it's less tricky. Well played. They want a rematch. Will we risk the 5-game winning streak? I think we will. Okay, d4. e4. Knight c3. Bishop g5. Okay, bishop f5. I think there are better ways for an advantage. Something like knight bd7. Okay, g4. I believe this is the move. It's either that or knight g2, and then g4. Actually, I think it was knight g2 first, e6, then g4. I mean, I kind of remember that from the video I watched of William Graves. Let's see if we can get a transposition. Knight e2, e6, h4, knight f4. All the lines are kind of blurring together. Okay. Push. Knight b4. Takes. Takes. e3. Knight a6. Knight f4. That could work. Okay, knight e5. Oh, f3 is hanging now. Dang it. Okay. Knight f4. There's no pawn on g2 to defend f3. Right, that's the difference. That makes sense. So, starting with knight ge2 is better rather than g4. Okay. I think we have to take. Now knight f3, king d1, king e2, knight e4. If I play knight e4 now... Oh, I lost my bishop. Right. Okay, queen a4. Oops. They're in check. Queen d7. Oh wait, queen d7, bishop b5, c6. I can't take. Dang it. The king's on d1. Okay. Bishop c5. Bishop c4. I can go h4. I don't know. I think I should play king c2 or king e2 and threaten taking. They can just take with a knight. Takes. Wait, no, they can't recapture the pawn. They can take. I'll take. They'll take. I'll take. And they'll take on g4. Nice. Nice. I'm losing here. But, you know, down 3 pawns. I've been in worse positions. I should not have played bishop e5 knowing that c6 is possible. Let's take. They should throw in queen g4. Or even b5. Wait, no, b5 I'd take on f6. Takes. b5. And yeah, maybe taking f7 is best. Okay. I should probably not be going forward. But I think just queen h4 is strong. King d3 allows rook d8 or castling queenside. So I think I'll just take. Make them prove why this is bad. Which shouldn't be too hard. Check. Oh, okay, they castled. Right. That's why this is bad. King c3. Okay. Let's defend the knight. Let's go bishop e2. Attacking the queen. Defending the knight with the queen. King to queen to. Okay. They don't have to move it, right? They can just interfere. Right, interference. Nice tactic. Taking. This won't be made a puzzle because everything's winning for them, but it's still an instructive idea nonetheless. d4, cutting off the queen's defense with the knight. And now, a discovery. And they take my queen. Solid game for my opponent. Okay, I'll just resign here. Okay. Let's play a 10-minute game. And this will be the last one in the stream. Okay, d4. e4. Knight c3. Bishop g5. Okay, we get another bishop f5 game. Play f3. Let's take. If they play bishop c2, we know what the best move is. Rook c1. But castle. Okay, e6 fails to d5, as does c6. That, I think, just d5 wins the game on the spot. We can take. Knight d4. No, not knight d4. I'll just stay with the rook. So knight b4. Taking on f6, gf6, ef6 falls to queen e5. Okay. I think I'll just attack the knight. Queen d6, knight b5. They have to give up the knight. Knight g4. It's the only move, I think. Well, knight g6, but then bishop to b5. Let's go queen f4. They can play queen d6, which might be the best move. I'll go knight h3. Okay. They're attacking my bishop. Let's give a check. c6 we take. Bishop d7 we take on f6. Knight f6 and okay. Let's take. Okay, so they take. Let's go knight f3. I feel like we're winning here. Let's take. Oh, that was a mistake. I played rook d1. Whoops. Rook e1. I already have a rook on d1. I think they should castle. Then there's 95. It's maybe not castling. But we don't end it at them, so they'll castle. Okay. Queen to e3, threatening queen a7. b6 kind of makes the problem worse after knight c6. Okay, can I just play knight c6? Surely not. bc6 takes. And takes. Do I have enough there? I don't think so. Okay. Maybe the queen was on e2. Let's go g4. They don't have a way to attack it. They play h5, then I'll push past. Takes. Takes. He gets defended, so should be okay. Okay, knight d7. Now I want to go knight c6. Should I? You know what? Last game of the stream, let's go for it. Takes, takes. Now where to put the knight? Probably on b6. So it covers the b file. Okay, knight b6. Let's trade rooks and play rook d8. Okay. Let's go a4. We're gonna play a5. They should play e6 or e5. Get the bishop out. I think e6 is better to support knight d5. Okay, a5. Knight c4. We attack it. They can't defend it, so we get queen d. No, not queen b4. The bishop covers b4 now. I think the sacrifice was good. The whole knight c6 idea. I think I just executed pretty poorly. Okay. Looking at queen d4, queen e4, queen f4, queen d3. Queen e2 probably does the same thing. Let's go queen f4. Let's attack f7. Not that we really want to take it. Don't have time to take pawns. So knight d6 is an option. Queen b4 and knight b5. Hitting the queen. Oops. Wrong arrow. Hitting the queen. Okay, that does not feel like a good move. Let's play queen a4. We'll ask him if we want to get the piece back. We'll give the piece back. They'll probably take my pawn first. What they should do is bring the bishop out. Play like bishop d6. But, you know, it's kind of hard to see the danger here, I guess. Okay. Let's go rook d3. We'll allow bishop f4. Okay, queen b7. Can we give up more material? I mean, we're getting close to equal material, which is obviously unacceptable. Let's go queen d7, attack f6. Something like rook f8 would lose. Rook d6. Okay, it's played. But it loses. Yes. And queen h1 would have lost to rook d1. Getting out of danger. Now I win the rook. And I'll be up a piece. Let's take. Okay. We will be blocking with the knights so they don't take a check. And we will take these pawns to the check. 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 Cool, they're assigned. They're also low in time. So, good game. We're back to 1974. We hit the peak rating of 1986 back on the 16th, so 4 days ago. And we will be reaching a 2000 sometime in the near future, hopefully. Well, that'll be it for me today. I will see you guys in the next stream. That'll be 2 days from now. See you then.